Video Game Hunter here, and welcome to my review. Let me take you back to the past, back in the early 90s. There's this new hot game that just came out, and it's called Shinobi 3. You're dying to get your hands on that game and play it on your Genesis. Luckily, your birthday is coming up, and you tell your mom you want this game for your birthday. So, moving on, the day of your birthday finally arrives. You've gone through all your friends' gifts. And now it's time for the main event. The best gift from your mom. It's rectangular, and it feels like the real deal, so when you opened it, not only it's the wrong game, but the wrong game for a system you don't even have. But luckily, Sega did come out with an accessory that allows you to play Master System games on your Genesis. Let me introduce to you the Powerbase Converter. To make it plain and simple, this will allow you to play Master System carts and cards on your Sega Genesis or Mega Drive. Now, due to its weird shape, this thing was meant to be played on your Genesis or Mega Drive Model 1. And I have to say, it fits perfectly. However, some people may not know about this, but this thing also works on other Sega Genesis models. For example, did you know this thing fits perfectly in the Sega CDX? I mean, your system may look strange, but it works. But it also works on models too, but due to the accessory weird shape, it won't fit in the Model 2 unless you have a honeybee converter. But this thing is kind of rare, because I don't think it was ever released in the US, only in the PAL regions. And using the Game Genie and the Pro Action Replay won't work. Now before I move on and talk about the games, I have tried this converter on Genesis 3 and it doesn't work. Because once you attach it, you can't turn on the power switch because the Powerbase converter is covering it up. Unless you have something small enough to go under the device and turn it on, but even doing that, I can't get any picture to come on my TV screen. Well, since I got that out of the way, like I said before, this allows you to play Master System cards and Sega cards. However, not all of them. The only games that won't work on this is F-16 Fighting Falcon, and I read online that unlicensed games won't work on this. And right now, I don't have any unlicensed games to show you that it doesn't work. But I do have F-16 Fighting Falcon. Now, this game is very common. You can probably pick this up no more than $10 on eBay. But why buy this when you only have the Powerbase converter? Well, anyway, I have tried this game on the Power Converter, and when I pop the game in and turn on the system, the title screen does pop up just like any other Master System game. But once you start the game, the screen goes black. I can hear the sound of the game, but no image on the screen. However, I have played this game on my Master System, and really, you're not missing anything. Another thing you might want to know is that not only it plays Master System games, but you can also use your Master System controllers and the light gun. Since Sega kept the same controller plugins on the Genesis. However, if you don't want to use a Master System controller, that's fine. Because you can also use your Sega Genesis 3-button or 6-button controllers on most games. Yeah, I did say most games. Because some Master System games will require you to have original Master System controller. Here's a good example. Shanghai. If I use a 3 or 6 button controller on this game, it will only allow me to move up or down on my D-pad, not left or right. So, if you want to play this game, you have to have a Master System controller. One more thing I like to add is that if you own a Sega 3D glasses, this will also work on here. The only thing I don't like about this thing is that the only way you can pause your game is by going up to your Powerbase converter and hit the pause button right there. Now, I didn't like this when they put the pause button on the Master System. So why here? Well, actually, I can't understand if you're using a Master System controller since there's no pause button on there. But if I'm using a Genesis controller, I wish they found a way for me to pause my game through the Genesis start button on the controller, so I wouldn't have to get up, walk up to my system, and hit the pause button just to pause my game. That's too much work. So, after everything I just explained, yeah, I recommend this. Even though there are some flaws, but not enough for me to stop enjoying my Master System games. If you ever see this thing like in a yard sale or a flea market, I recommend picking this thing up. Well, that's it for today. This is Video Game Hunter, and until next time, goodbye.